Hello, hello, hello. I think we're on YouTube.
Let's go.
Is there anybody?
Yeah, I'm
Stream
super
up?
excited for this.
Yeah, welcome
So
everybody.
excited.
Hopefully this is working. This is Jeff. This is me. This is Jeffufu above me, and this is Purz. You know me. I'm gonna let Jeff talk about himself for a bit while I get situated. And yeah, Jeff's a friend of mine, and we do music stuff together and AI stuff together and play games and stuff. So I figured he'd be a cool guy to
Yeah.
bring on to try animate one of his tracks and see what happens. So yeah, let Jeff talk about himself.
So I've been making music for about 8 years now. I've been drumming for about 15. But I've been like in the experimental bass scene for quite some time now. So I've been trying to diverge from more like heavy trappy experimental bass to more of this colorful style. So that's like going to be the track that we're going to be working on today. This is an unreleased track. Should be coming out fairly soon. Don't have a date in mind yet, but I definitely wanted to work with Eric here today to get a badass video, and gonna be going live on all of my media platforms to then promote the track release. So yeah, I'm super stoked for today. I've been coining this style of bass music under Sakura, just because it's like it's not like very harsh, and it's not too chill, but it's like right in the middle. And I wanted to find something that's not very common in the bass community right now, and more rare, like the Sakura trees. They bloom only like one time a year for about like a month and a half, 2 months. So yeah, I really wanted to start showcasing more of the sound, and I feel like this is the perfect place to do it. So
Right on.
but yeah, the title track is called Drifting Skyline because I love Skylines. It's like one of my favorite cars. GTR R34 is Bay. But yeah. So what do you got going on here?
Well, I had to clean out my computer last night, so I rebuilt Comfy today. And running into all kinds of problems, so that's fun and very
Oh.
realistic. You know, but yeah, that's the way it is. Sometimes the stuff works, sometimes it doesn't, and basically, I'm having trouble with the frame interpolators right now. I don't know what's going on. Problems with CUDA and Python and all this annoying stuff, and yeah, we'll figure it out. No worries. We don't need it for tonight, but it'd be nice to have it. That's the stuff that smooths out the videos that we make.
Right.
But AnimateDiff makes pretty smooth videos on its own. Like these aren't interpolated. These here.
Oh wow, yeah, the right side looks really clean.
Yeah, so that's just running at 24 frames per second.
Nice.
But sometimes the motion can get really fast when you do that. So.
Mm-hmm.
Or not move at all.
Yeah, I love the new stuff you've been working on and all the new software and.
Oh, there's so much to play with now. It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I saw a node that I wanted to play with today called Audio Mask. It's by KJ Nodes, and I was wondering if we can use that to mask out an area and make a control net video. So we'll load up the mask node after I do this little generation here and see what it does, and if we can make it do something. Do you have isolated kick track you can send me? Not necessarily for this track, or just something, anything that's just.
Yeah, let me.
Or like a kick loop, anything.
Yeah, I can send you the stem of the kick.
Perfect.
Right now.
Yeah, and then we'll just use that on the audio mask. So that was kind of nice. Still relatively low motion. Let's go beside a flowing waterfall. 1980s. What was the name of that car you were into?
It's the GTR R34.
Oh, actually, JoviX is the perfect person to have here. Might be able to help us figure this out. Basically, I want to take a track, like the kick track from this track, for instance, and create a control net mask that we can then use to control the AnimateDiff later. Yeah, so we'll want to see how we do that. That's the basic premise for tonight. We're going to fumble around in the dark, and if it doesn't work, we're going to open up Blender and do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, I'm hoping this will work.
I'm still looking for the project. It's lost in my file. Hope I didn't delete the project.
Lost in the file. Like my Comfy's so misconfigured.
Oh, here.
I still have stringy noodles. I like my noodles straight. Oh yeah, look at those straight noodles.
I don't know why that I don't like those straight lines because I'm used to using like patch pays for modular sets. So seeing straight lines is
I
a
know,
little
but it makes
jarring.
my brain explode when there's just like noodly noodles everywhere. I'm the same way with with Blender. I need the straight lines.
Yeah, it makes sense. I feel like if we had like rigid hard lines for patching cables somehow, that would be pretty sick.
Yeah, it'd just be a
probably
pain in
help
the
with
butt.
cable management. Okay, so I've got the track loaded up here. Let me get you the kick.
I totally ignored the car I asked for. Let's try the
Do you
car
need
at the
the snare
beginning
as
of the
well?
drums. Let's just do the kick for now, just so we can
Okay.
see what it's doing.
Okay.
I guess I really only need one kick, but whatever. The track's good. Yeah, so much new stuff this week with SD stable video diffusion and SDXL turbo and SD turbo and blah 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 blah. I thought it would be fun to go back to just regular old AnimateDiff, unlicensed SD15 and SDXL. Yeah, we'll get back into the new stuff next week, but for now, let's head back to something a very old method, and by old I mean 3 weeks old method. This space moves so quickly.
Oh, I sent you the WAV file of the entire track too, if you did want to play it at any point.
Oh sure.
And I'm sending you the kicks right now.
Did I lose you? I think I lost you.
There's kicks. Actually, that may have rendered the entire track. No, just kicks. Let's go.
Just kicks, beautiful. All right.
I'll have the project open here too if you need anything else.
How far in do they start?
Let's see here. 54 seconds.
Okay, can you just send me one of the kicks? Just isolate one.
It's just a solo, like
yeah, because we just need to see what the nodes do first.
Sure.
Otherwise, I have to render 50 seconds of it doing nothing. There
you go.
Hoof. Loud. All right, cool. Got it. Let's grab that kick. Keep it in over here, and let's clear this because it's fun, but we don't need it. Okay, I saw a node earlier in the KJ nodes group called. Go away, please. Thank you. Called Create Audio Mask. And I don't know what it does. I don't want to find out.
Okay. I was going to ask you, what does it do? But I guess
so let's grab this copy as path. Paste this here. And mad. Okay.
Very mad.
Why is it mad? Why you have to be mad? Error occurred when executing create audio mask. The error is that the file exists. I feel like I'm missing some library. Some more to it. Invalid argument. So I guess maybe. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the KJ nodes GitHub. A create audio mask creates a sphere that size is synced with video input. Yeah. So how though? But then how? You got any workflows, buddy? Nodes, fluid. No workflows. Okay. Oh, maybe I'm missing. Maybe I need to do this. Maybe it did it when it installed it. Hard to say. Bummer. I really want to try that, but I think it's very broken. Oh, 0 frames? Anyone in the chat ever been able to get this to work? Let's find out. Oh, I haven't had your face on the stream for a while now. That's good stuff. All right, there we go.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, Food. Hey, Jovi. Hey, Trip. Hey, Nunya Sound. Chase. Hey, Trip Setter Music.
Chase.
Yeah. Hey, Ixilod. Hey, Trip Setter. Hey, everybody. Hey, Frank.
What's up? Trip
right,
Setter.
I'm just going to sit here and watch us fumble with these nodes. That's fine. You guys have nothing better to do? That's fine. That's fine. Hey, Shadow.
Yeah, we got Shadow in here too. Let's go. Got the gang.
I really want to generate an audio mask, but I'm starting to think I may not be able to.
I want to see this work because it sounds really interesting, like being able to have audio reactive AI stuff without having to use any external programs. That just sounds OP.
It would be very cool. I did I did try to mess with stuff like this like for about an hour and a half before the stream today, and wasn't able to get anything cool happening in Comfy. So just in the interest of brevity, I think I'll just load your track up into Blender and we'll start making some shaders bounce to it. And
Cool.
then we'll use those as input masks so that we can focus on the AI side of this thing.
Nice.
So I think I'll just use moving shaders on a 2D plane that are synced to the music. I think that'll be so. Let's. I've done this tutorial about 1,000 times. If you want to set up this particular workflow that I'm using, there's a YouTube video in my live streams thing called Deforum and control code stuff and masking. It's like Deforum plus ControlNet, I think. In that video, I do an entire tutorial on how to make that work, like how to set up the whole scene to get the shader going. I'm just going to do it quick here because it's fast, but if you want to learn how to do it, go back to that tutorial and watch it. It's more comprehensive than I'm about to be. But here's the dirty version. We have a plane. We're going to point a camera at it. We're going to point the camera down and from above. So we move the camera transform to 0, all the rotation to 0, and then we pull our camera up above by raising it up on the Z-axis. We just want to get it above our plane, so 2 is fine. For this, we're going to use an orthographic camera because we don't want the image to be distorted in any way. So a plane with a camera above it, a plane that is 1 by 1 by 1, whatever. 1 by 1 with an orthographic scale of 2. The camera above it will give you a perfect frame for your shader. So you get whatever you set the resolution to is going to be like a perfect pixel perfect shader.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool little rule of thumb. Color management, we're going to switch it to they don't have standard anymore. Interesting. Oh, they do. Okay, standard. The reason we switch it to standard. Oh, interesting. I have to try with AGX. I heard they added AGX. The reason we switch to color mode is because white in Filmic is gray, and we want white to be white for masks. It's just a math thing. We want 1 to be 1, not 0.95. So pop our shader on the plane. Shaders on a plane. All right. Let's do an emissive shader so we don't have to worry about lighting. There's our white. Let's get the shader editor open over here, and we'll look at our shader. Our shader is just an emission and a material output. So we have a track, right? We have a kick track that we want to make things happen to for.
Did you need me to hard cut it?
No. What I'm going to do is just open up the video sequencer in Blender, and I'm going to drag Jeff's track into the... I'm going to drag his track into channel 1, and we're going to put that on. We're going to move it around and make sure it's on frame 1. So now, just need to turn it down a little bit in Blender. I'm trying to remember that.
Yeah, it's probably going to be pretty loud.
Let's go to like 0.4, 0.2, just so we can talk over it. All right, cool. So now you can hear the track, and so we have this track, and we have the kick track, which is good because we only want to react to the kicks. So we're going to see what happens on the video, but then we're going to only react to the kicks. So the kicks, we're actually going to turn that all the way down, but we're going to build our stuff for the kicks, and we're going to use this to like see what it does on the screen. So that'll make more sense once we get going. But for now, I need to open up the timeline editor. And we need to increase the length of the thing to the length of the track. So that's like setting your endpoint in a DAW.
Mm-hmm.
They seem a little off from each other. Let's have a look. Is that me? It looks like it's my fault. 1 and 1. Seems a little early.
There might be some contingencies on my end too, because I am using some latency. But it should have rendered out with latency as well. But I can I can try to do one more thing here.
These are all things we deal with every time we try to make a music video, so this is like perfect. This is people get to see the fun stuff. Syncing audio to video is hell.
Yeah, DaVinci's not really from
I think that's okay.
syncing.
I just moved the kick. I literally moved the kick ahead one frame and it's fine. I think it was just literally.
Okay, there's no phasing or anything.
It sounds. I mean, it doesn't matter because I'm only using the audio information. Okay. Like you won't actually hear that track, right?
Okay. Well, I am rendering out one that should be 1-to-1. It's just gonna take a second to work.
So now we have this. One of the quickest ways I can demonstrate what we're going to do here is the strength of this emissive shader can go from 0 to 1. So if we tell it we want to take this track here, sequencer. I actually want to get rid of this. I don't need it anymore. Yes. And then I just want to I need a graph editor. Graph editor, please. All right.
What is this used for?
The graph editor. Now I've got this strength, right? So I take my strength, I set a keyframe at the very first frame. I turn off this and I can see all of my keyframes. This is the keyframe this is the one for now that I want to apply the kick to. So let's channel key, where is it? It'll come to me.
And so this is essentially like side chaining.
No, this is changing. This is adding information to the keyframes based on what's happening in the audio. So I'm just not seeing where's the added F curve stuff? Did they maybe change it in Blender 4? It's very strange.
I sent you a new one.
He's very strange. I could have sworn it was in channel. Toggle, hide, reveal, expand, move, revive, disabled. Keys to samples, samples to keys, sound to samples. Is this all new? Samples to keys? Sound to samples. Okay. Let's try it out. This looks like the old framework, the old thing for doing it. So downloads, we got our
I did
drifting.
Send you I sent you a new one if you did want.
Okay. Where's our... Right, let me try pulling that one in.
That one should be 1-for-1.
There we go. Now I have to make a keyframe node. Yes, you do. Parsec package. Yeah. Parsec stuff just right in AnimateDiff would be pretty slick. All right. What the hell were we doing? Oh yeah, Blender. Okay. So we want to make this flash from 0 to 1 when there's kicks, right? Oh, hey, thanks, Steven. Everybody check out Steven's channel. He's a fantastic YouTuber. Blender stuff, Octane stuff. Awesome. He just made a really good drone video. I happen to really dig the music in it. Unrelated to the fact that I made it. Where were we? Sound to... Oh, yeah. I wanted to go...
Sound to sample.
But first, we're going to go into the video sequencer and see if it lines up. So let's delete the old sample. Drag the new one in. Work. 1 to 1 Blender. Really? Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me so much, Blender? And to pull up the menu, make sure we can hear the kicks. Yeah, that's like dead on.
Perfect. Awesome.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, cool. So we need this track 2 as the sample thing. So let's go back to our graph editor. Marker channel, sound to sample. That's great that they renamed that. Downloads, drifting skyline kicks version 2. I'm going to grab so this right here, you can actually set the frequency range of what you're pulling in. So if you just want to grab the kicks, you can like say, I want 60 to whatever. You want the snares, you can just grab that little tight window. You want whatever, hats and stuff. We're just going to do the whole track because it's just a kick. So we're going to do that and we're going to pull it in, see what it do.
Set in some keys.
Interesting. It's broken. Oh, you know why? Because you need to pull it in on the frame 1. Like when I added the sound, it has to be on. You're adding it to the frame. Yeah, you're adding it to the frame you're on. That should have done it. So now that's audio reactive. Audio reactive video. Right?
Cool. Yeah, it's done.
We did it. Nice music video, dude. I like it.
Dude, I know, it's so revolutionary.
It's really understated.
Yeah.
Minimalist.
Modern.
But that alone as a control net mask would make it change on the kicks, right? Like, so we can make it shapes, we can make it all kinds of stuff. We can make them pop out, we could make springs explode, whatever. And then, yeah.
So this is all we need for the initial.
Yeah, this is what we're going to use as the footage that we're like messing up. And then we can prompt on it and make it do whatever we want.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so you get like, you can decide what your sort of the movement in your video is going to look like. And then you can just render it until you get something cool. I low-key like that. All right, so let's kill the animation for now. I don't need any of you anymore. Come on. Let's figure out some shapes and cool stuff we can, and then we'll make them bounce. So let's do I have, oh, you know what I need to do? I need to go download, just realized I don't have FX nodes, which is basically the thing I use all the time for this, which means I have to log into Gumroad. Fun. Gumroad. Okay, FX nodes. Yay! Is this the latest one, I guess? All right, cool. Blender, file, preferences, add-ons, install. Nice.
So as far as like the aesthetic of the video, I was thinking like cherry blossom trees, like maybe even like cyberpunk city vibes, and then that one car I was talking about. We don't necessarily have to do too much of the car, but yeah, definitely cherry blossom trees looking all cyberpunk would be really badass.
Excuse me, shader nodes, where have you gone? That's weird. Effects nodes aren't there. Let me try restarting Blender. Blender. Oh no. Bummer. That's weird. Shader editor add. Let's show FX nodes and node editor. Oh, okay. Well, this will work. Yeah, this gives us access to all kinds of shapes and stuff, so we can do some cool stuff with that. So let's get
cool.
Let's just do a hexagon for now.
What are the petals?
What's that?
What are the petals? This is petal 2 and 4.
Yep, they're like flower petals, so we can
cool.
make them come in and out too. So let's go. That's fine. Rendered view. Right, we make this guy bounce.
Oh, I see what it means. It's just the.
But there's one called Rose, I think. Math stuff. I don't know. It sounds cool.
Oh, it's cool. I like that one.
Might be cool.
Looks like people going.
Woo-hoo! Yeah, it actually might be cool to make this value bounce to the. We actually want this one. We want to add sound to samples. We'll use, and then we can adjust the levels of it. So now we go into our thing, and they're curves. We don't need them to be curves. We actually need them to be you know, that thing.
That thing.
Yeah, that thing. You know, it'll come to me. We need to like turn it into control points. I forget what the samples the keys. Yeah, samples the keys, because now we can control. want this to be the maximum. So we need to invert it. I did this before. Oh yeah, you just go shift or scale minus y minus 1.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, just invert the scale.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can bring the scale. Oh, it's doing them all. I don't want to do them all. I just want SY. I don't know why it's not.
Kind of looks cool though. I like it. Could you do 5 instead of 6, or would that?
Yeah, it's just lopsided though.
That's cool. Is that gonna have any problems like rendering, or not necessarily?
What do you mean?
Just being lopsided.
No. Other cool shit we can do is like add a mapping node and a texture coordinate.
Oh.
Just like spin it and stuff. Yeah. So you just
Mm-hmm.
like frame divided by 80 or whatever. And it should just constantly spin.
Nice.
So if we just make a bunch of elements like this and just have them doing stuff. So yeah, give me the snares now.
Sure.
And we'll just make a bunch of elements and then we'll just make them react to stuff.
So snares start at at 14 seconds. But then it does cut and then goes to the drop. This is something I should have had ready already.
Oh no worries, man. This is we're doing the process, you know. It's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'm just talking about for my own sanity, because
Yeah. I'm the same way.
been wanting to
I leave everything in the
explore all
box. Yeah. I leave everything in there way too long.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better about sending out all my projects, so I could do like remix compilations, and, just sending them off to people to break down, analyze, do whatever they want with them.
Yeah. Another side effect of this stream, which is awesome, is that people who don't normally produce music or make music videos are gonna get to hear how many goddamn times you hear the song over and over and over and over again while you're working on it.
Oh, I mean, all producers are just insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. Yeah. We've heard the same song a million times, and yeah. And it never gets old.
Never, not even a little bit.
Nope. That's how you know we're insane.
Yeah,
yeah, I love producing though. It's helped me through a lot of tough times and heightened some of the really good times. And
yeah.
So for anyone that doesn't do art in the chat, everyone is an artist. So
Especially
you just gotta
now.
find your thing. Yeah, everyone's an artist. You got to find your thing.
You can do so much stuff now with
Yeah, I know people that make beats on their iPad when they're on tour and they don't have access to a computer or don't want to lug their massive desktop around. They don't want to bring a laptop either, so they'll just bring an iPad with them and just make beats on there.
Yeah, I really like Nomad, or not Nomad, Koala. You ever seen Koala?
I've heard of it.
It's really cool. It's like SP404, but it's like on your phone.
Oh, cool.
And it can sample anything your phone hears. So you can literally just like sample drum breaks right off Spotify and stuff.
All right, don't rip music. That's not a good thing.
Drum breaks are fine. Yeah, drum breaks are fine.
Yeah.
That's legal.
Drum breaks are fine.
Not not melodies or chords
or vocals.
Vocals or anything you actually want. Just drums.
Yeah. All right. I got you the export. Let me send it to you on Discord.
Danny in the chat's wondering if you've ever played with an Electron Octatrack, Jeff.
I have not.
We have a friend, Odds. He has an Octatrack. He loves it. I think he has an Octatrack. He's got like 5 Electron devices. He loves it.
I'm looking at it. Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, they're really sick.
Sequencer guy. Nice.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not very little. That's pretty big.
Yeah, they're banging.
No, as far as like hardware, I've used like a lot of the Moog stuff, and used the Juno, a couple other random synths throughout. I've used some people's modular racks as well, just to experiment on. But the only real hardware stuff that I do in any of my music is I have some old samples that I rendered, so mudpieing, you basically render out, or you record like 15-minute intervals of you just experimenting on these synthesizers, and then you can piece them out into little tiny samples, and then you can bring them into your music. And so occasionally I'll find myself going back to some of those old chops and experimentations to bring into my music. So I do have a little bit of hardware analog sounds inside of all my digital production as well.
Well, I can hear the snare.
Oh, I bet it's loud as shit.
It's because the snare was at 100 and the track was at 10. Yeah. Wow.
Well, at least it's there. It's on time, right?
Yeah. So now if I add a new shape, like let's add just to test it out, let's add a ring. We're gonna add some math. I keep interacting with all these nodes as if this is Comfy, which is crazy because I came from Blender, but like it's slightly different. So we'll have that spinning too, might as well. Although it's a ring, you can't tell it's spinning, so screw that.
I was thinking that.
Let's add a math node. Let's try that. We'll go from 1 to 0. And we'll try some other stuff. So let's clear these other 2 keyframes because we don't actually want to edit them at all. Switch over to our graph editor and let's look at ring, which is this one. Yes, has nothing on it. So from, what did we learn from track 1? Channel sound to samples, snares. We should start big and then get small, but that's not what we want. We want them to go the other way. So we'll select them. I
like how you can see the dynamic ranges of the snares too. That's cool. Making me realize how inconsistent my snares are.
It's grabbing them all. I hate it.
So with the new AI that we're using currently, or not currently, but we'll be using in a second, we can render long videos really
Yeah.
quickly now, can't we?
Yeah, pretty quickly. Yeah. For this, we'll grab a section and we'll render it out until we're happy with it, and then we'll just render the whole shaboogly bambly, bangly bango.
Yeah, because I remember I've only got a 3060, so it was not very fast to begin with, but I've always had problems rendering out videos, like whenever I had like people wanting me to make some videos or whatever, or even for myself, and it just take forever to do. Like some of the longer ones would take like upwards of 4 hours.
Yeah. Trying different math modes, see what that's going. So they're a little flashy. What can I do about that? Not use ring, probably. Well, I guess it's fine. All right, let's add a new. What would be a cooler thing?
What is a super ellipse?
It's basically a circle.
Oh. It's just a circle.
Yeah, kinda, yeah. It's well, it depends on how you set it up. It's pretty cool. I guess it's kind of like it's more like the sun symbol.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually,
like
this thing could be pretty sick. Actually, it's got a lot of stuff.
Nice. I like how it's like sticking towards the edges too. Yeah, I get some weird shapes. I love that.
Actually, it might be interesting to make this the kick and this the snare.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Listen, I don't need to hear about real math, okay? Listen, I don't need to know what things are or how they make sense in reality. Just kidding. Thank you for the information. Okay,
math? What are you, a nerd?
Yeah, I don't need. Yeah, what are you, a nerd? Literally using some. He literally made some of the nodes we're using.
Thank you for making the nodes. I rescind my prior statement.
Goddamn nerd shit. I don't care about your nerd math.
Alright, well, we're all nerds, technically.
I love that. I love that.
Shit, I'm working with numbers and synthesizers all day.
Bullying people for helping. That's the way to live.
Going on with that? Oh, it's spinning. Okay, nice.
It's gonna spin, and then it'll. So I think we want this one, and we want this one.
Yeah, this seems like a girthier thing that could work with the kick for sure.
Okay, so let's do. We say this one. And this one. Do you have to exist for this to exist? So you have to always be at least one. When you're 0, this won't be. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So I gotta keep you at 1 at least. So have you spinning, and then you can punch out for the snares, I guess. And the kicks can come through like that. So we gotta keep this one at 1. Single keyframes so they don't nonsense. Okay, so we're gonna say this one is the snare. Snare, sound of samples. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Just needs to move up. Okay, and then this one is going to be the kicks. And we're going to turn them both into keys. Right at this one, so that it's always at least at 1. Yep, and that one. Why are they the same fucking track? Am I stupid? It's possible.
Oh, did we lose the rows?
Yeah. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, this one's not doing anything. All right, channel, sound to samples. Right. And you're gonna be samples. It's pretty sick, actually.
Looking tight. I'm really excited to see how the AI morphs with this.
All right.
Is it possible to have it bouncing as well, just like undulating, like a sideways route, so it kind of gives a little more movement to the star here that we're using?
You got this cool thing called the noise modifier.
Whoa.
You can scale it out.
Nice, and that'll start to create some randomness. Nice. I like that. A little jittery. Oh, it's...
I'm not sure why it's so jittery.
It's the green one looks jittery still.
Well, why is it on 2 channels? Oh, right, because we're spinning around.
Oh, I see.
Moving. Even when it's moving, it's like...
Oh. I was thinking more of like pulsing like smaller to bigger, as opposed to the position of it, but...
you can do that with
Would that be with the color ramp?
Maybe a little. That's more about like how much it gets, but yeah, we could maybe do position work for that. That's noise.
Cool. Nice, that gives it a lot more life already.
Yeah. I wonder if you gave me a bass bus if we like add bubbles around it to the bass to have the like intensity of the little bubbles show up.
Okay, yeah, let me see
Just
what
like
as far as bass goes. Alright, I got you. Let's do this.
I told you before, but I really dig this song.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's a really cool one. I've got another track to the similar vibe of this, but I have a singer friend of mine. He goes by Zei, and it sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that one too. Maybe that could be another stream idea down the line.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Cool.
I just realized my camera. I'll get the hang of the streaming thing one day.
Yeah, I want to get into streaming. That sounds really fun.
It is, yeah, it's cool. Oops, I lost you. have to remember to leave Discord open behind OBS so that your thing stays on.
Yeah.
So many rules. So I'm gonna start working on the bubble effect while we get that going. I'm thinking I'm gonna use a Voronoi, which is, I'll show you, it's a really cool texture.
Okay.
I'll just plug it straight in. So Voronoi is like cells, right?
Oh, interesting.
But one really cool thing you can do with it is if you smooth it out, it actually turns into bubbles.
Oh, and then you can invert the...
Yeah, if we use a color ramp instead of the sort of gradients, we use a constant, we can actually get... just turn the smoothness off and we actually get like little bubbles, right? But the cool thing, the really cool thing about the bubbles is we can, because this is a long animation, we don't need it to loop all the time. We got a lot of freedom there. So I can take the mapping, add a texture, coordinates node. So now when we, I can actually do this.
Oh, that's so fucking sick.
So we can just drag that like to the intensity of what's happening to the bass so that it's sort of like bubbling to the bass in the background. Bubble little bass. Bubble little bass.
Bubble bass.
Bubble little bass in the background.
I love that.
Soda fizz.
See, I've never used Blender in this way at all. I've only ever used Blender to like create 3D shapes. But using it this way is
2D
really
texture generator is really fun because it's like you just plug because all you have to do is the way these are set up is if you want to add textures or whatever, you just add math nodes and then plug stuff into them and try different math types, and eventually you get an idea of how adding and subtracting and dividing and multiplying affects the textures that you're putting in, because you can always click on a texture and just control shift click, or I don't know if they still have it. I think I need a node wrangler. Anyway, there's a button you can press to just see what that node is doing. Like, so you can at a glance, it's because you don't have previews in Blender, so you don't really know what this one's doing before it gets to this and what this does to it and all that stuff. But like in Substance Painter and stuff, they have these little windows above everything that show you exactly what's happening, so you can like look at it and go, oh, okay, so this is the circle-y thing, and then this is the bubbles, and like you would see how they're connected and stuff. But in Blender, you just have to remember.
Oh, okay. Do you think they'll ever add that preview little window?
There is. It just costs like $30. It's like a community add-on. It's good.
Cool.
But it's like $30.
Nice. Well, I had sent you the
oh, you sent it?
The base. Yep.
Base. All right, and then oh dear, we'll get this one. No, you and you. Blender. Oh yeah, I was gonna just see if I had node. How is that not installed? Now I can. Yeah. So you can like control shift click different nodes to see exactly what the output is.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you can see how it's affecting what you're doing, which is important. It's cool because you can see like that's the natural state of this one before the color ramp starts going. Like you see what the color ramp does. You just see what the mapping is doing.
Ah, I see.
You can see the cells, and you can see how the color ramp divides them into circles. Yeah, it's super cool. Nerd stuff.
I love it.
Yeah, Substance Designer and Comfy is, that would be sick. All right, we got the bass now. Let's put the bass in. Let's crank the bass. Let's make the bass something else. So we got the bubbles. Let's add some math. We'll math the bubbles into the stuff. See what that looks like. If it's obnoxious, we'll try to mask it. It's obnoxious. Try a different math.
Yeah.
So what I think we're gonna want to do.
Be behind?
So what I think, well, yeah, that's a harder one to do. But what we want to do then is, yeah, let's do that. So the bubbles. So we have an emission shader. We're gonna have to do a transparency mix now, because we want 2 shaders. Yeah, 2 shaders. So mix shader. We're gonna add a transmission or transparent shader. We're going to take the color from here, and I believe they're wired backwards. And then we go... We can test our transparency with this cube, and then on here, our plane, we need to change our settings to alpha clip. Yeah, that should do it. Cool. Here's the kick missing.
It's towards like 13.
Oh, I see what happened. Cool. All right, so cube is gone. Now what we do is duplicate this plane. This is actually cool too because we can even do stuff where you like rotate the plane below 45 degrees. Or rotate it at a different at a different rate. But yeah, save this material, add a new material, and on this one, Hey Tony, hey Sprinter, what's up everybody? Yeah, we're just making audio reactive masks to use an AnimateDiff to make some cool music video stuff for Jeff's new tune.
Yeah.
And yeah, if there's anybody new here, this is Jeff. Jeff, go you talk about yourself again for a bit.
Yeah.
Promote your stuff and all that.
Yeah, I've been making EDM for about 8 years now. I've been making a lot of like experimental bass, and then dove into like future bass when that was first becoming a genre, and then went towards more of the heavy trap stuff. And so now in my musical journey, I've come to find that I really like this in between of like not having it too hard, but not too soft, and having this nice in between where you can have really lush basses going along with heavy drums and thick basses at times as well. And I've been coining this style Sakura, like a cherry blossom, just because I don't really know too many other people that are doing this, and it's rare and it's really special to me. So yeah, that's what you're hearing right now. But yeah, I've been a drummer for 15 years. Don't know what else I should talk about. Oh yeah, my socials. You can find me on Instagram at Jeffufu, and then on SoundCloud you can type in Jeffufu, Jeffufu. I'm also on Spotify, all the streaming platforms, all those things. But yeah, hopefully this song should be coming out relatively soon. Don't have a date in mind yet, but I definitely do want to release it. Goal is before the end of the year, but it might be more into January, if anything. Also, this is a part of an EP, a little compilation that I've been working on. But I'm going to be just releasing one track at a time, and then having the culmination of all those projects. Probably around March, when cherry blossom season is just... Because I thought it was fitting to have Sakura bass with the season itself. But yeah, if you want to hear more stuff like this, like I said, all my music's on all streaming platforms. But yeah, give it a listen if you like this stuff.
I need to find something that's going to cut through these bubbles that's more noticeable than just flipping around on the Z, because it just looks flickery. It's kind of nauseating when they're going different directions. All right, what can we do to these bubbies? Maybe that's enough.
Maybe that, and then like some rotation. A little tiny bit of rotation.
So let's do the position then instead. Boink, and then just position channel, sound to samples, bass. Yep. down to samples, and then.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
that makes
see the
sense.
lie,
That
man.
makes sense.
See
All
the
right, so let's dial it in a little bit. So samples the keys, and now we can edit it. So we're gonna.
It's a strange looking bubble.
What I'm doing here, I don't have my screencast keys on because I just reset this, but I'm hitting S to scale, and then I'm locking it to the Y axis so that it'll only scale up and down when I'm doing this. So I'm just scaling it down, and I'm moving it up and down with G and S. So G to move, S to scale. And I'm just moving the waveform in until it's exactly where we want it in the thing. So when you see me moving the stuff around, that's G and S. G for move, S for scale, and I'm hitting Y after I hit both of those to lock it to the Y axis so it doesn't move left and right at all, because that'll screw up the tempo. And then so it doesn't move on the Z axis, which is weird to think about with 2D planes, but it weirdly affects the scale in a way. So it's just, yeah, you want to lock it to the Y axis. Scale Y, grab Y, Blender. So I hit here I'll say SY, and then I can make it smaller because I'm scaling it, and then I can GY, and then I can move it up and down. And what it'll do it so that I can see where it needs to sit. So I know at this point that's the lowest point I want it to get. So I probably put that there, and then we're probably gonna have to squish it down. Whoops, SY, GY. Let me turn the track up a bit. This is pretty sick already. Where's the music? It's in our video editor, Blender, video sequencer, and then here, let's turn you back up to 0.1. Blah, 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 blah. Might be a little overwhelming right now, but let's mess with it a bit. So let's SY.
Dubstep noises. Yeah, I can't hear anything, but I know the track well enough, and I can see the train. So I know what part.
Actually, you know what? I can share Blender.
It's all good. Yeah.
No. If I do this, I think, like, instead of yeah, you should be able to hear it.
Turn your stream up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just remind me when we go back to AI to stream my screen. It's really sick. We just gotta dial it in a bit more.
That is it.
Oh no, it said OBS disconnected.
Oh.
Am I still here? Let me know if I'm not on YouTube anymore, peeps.
How are we supposed to let you know? I can check your YouTube.
It says no disconnections, so I don't know. Maybe my noties are bugging.
Let me see.
X up in the chat if we're not online.
Oh no.
Say something if you don't hear
live.
this. Okay, so you...
Okay, now I can see chat too.
All right, cool. All right. So one thing we could maybe do is like mask out a bit of the center of the bubbles so that they only kind of come in on the sides. So maybe we could add like a circle in between them. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, so if we add a... I wonder if I can just do it with a literal mesh. Oh no, because black won't work. Oh, you know, but I guess if this one is... I turn my gizmos on. Oh, because I got a... Circle's no good. I'm going to get flayed by the Blender gods for this. What a terrible, terrible thing.
Nice. That's a huge separation.
Yeah, we can just could even move this in a bit. It's pretty cool. And now I think if we just slowly spin these guys. What do you think? Backwards or forwards?
The opposite direction of
this way?
The star. Yeah. So I'm assuming negatives, yeah.
This is pretty sick.
Yeah, I can't wait till it gets to pieces. This is gonna be fucking insane. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, no, we can swear. I don't know why my camera keeps dying. Let me try something. Yeah, let's try that. See if that works better. All right. I mean, I kind of just want to start rendering this to see what it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Do you know if there's anything else you want to add or remove to it?
No, nothing in particular. I was thinking maybe the ecosphere. Fuck it, never mind.
Bigger, smaller, or have it move?
I was thinking reacting to the base in some shape or form. Like when it gets like to the really intense parts of the base, maybe it kind of gets a tad smaller.
All right, let's try that. So start on frame 1 because that's where we want to start the thing. We're gonna go to the ecosphere and we're gonna set the. How are we gonna do the scale? All three. We can do this with geometry nodes, although with geometry probably should. All right, let's delete that and start. I'll do this for real. Let's do a plane.
The Blender gods will not smite you anymore.
They might still. You can never do it right enough. No such thing. All right. We want a circle. So do we have like? Can I do a curved circle? Make it real smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that! I made a circle. Holy shoot! Okay, I just did it again. Set material.
Smooth like my brain.
Okay, and now all I have to do is set transform. Go away! No, my God! Transform. You wob 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 wob. You do wob 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 wob. Here we need a combine XYZ. And we need a vector. No, trying to think of how to get all these three into one. I think it's a combine. So it's no longer an awful ecosphere. Outish, where-ish, it'll go-ish. Is it in edit mode or something? Why is G not working? What's the deal?
There's a wrench icon on it. I don't know if that means anything.
Where's my circle?
Oh, is it because of the value?
Because it's black? No, because it's opaque. Should be fine.
Is it the value on the XYZ combine? Let's go.
Of course it is. So this guy we're going to want to move. Yeah, like coming in towards as the bass happens.
Mhm.
So let's start 5 on. We got this all backwards. Let's put geometry here. Move this out of the way. You're gonna do my timeline, please. All right. No, I want graph editor. Value on I to add keyframe. And add. Just select this one value. Why do you already have juice on you? Oh, you don't. Oop. Okay. Unconfusing. It selected the other one, but I think it's because it was previously.
Yeah.
So we got this green bar we're going to add the thing to. Let's add the bass to it. Sound to samples, bass. So we have the bass on the thing now. Let's see what it does. Probably goes the opposite way we want.
Yeah.
So all we have to do there is select it, turn it into keys, and then S for scale by the Y and -1, and that just flips it. Yeah. So now we can scale it down a bit. Whoa. The important thing is to always have something happening, and I think this accomplishes that by having even when the track's quiet, there's still the spinning flower, so like things will just chill out, and then when it gets all hairy, it'll do lots of crazy stuff. I think it's a good mix of back and forth. So let's render this out. Unless you want to change the size of the mask, how do you feel about
that? Maybe a little less scaling. Just I think it's just a bit too abrupt. Yeah, that's much better. Let's go.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Let's go.
Let's render it. I'm just gonna do it at 1024 by 1024. So put it in my temp folder. We'll call it Jeffufu. Run one. Sequence is perfect. Yeah, nice and fast.
Yeah, don't forget to switch your screens on Discord as well.
No.
I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
No way.
I had a feeling.
All right, well, let's build the ComfyUI setup. ComfyUI, we start with a K sampler. It's our heart. That's the thing that does all the diffusion. The thing that comes out of here is a VAE decoder.
I can't see.
I actually didn't switch it over.
I was like, wait, are you actually talking with me?
It wasn't even on purpose. I just actually forgot after being a dink about it. And then all right, so we're back here. Yeah, so we need a K sampler and a VAE decoder. Out of the VAE decoder, we want a video combine because we're making videos here, people. Let's do a 12 frame per second, 12 FPS. Yeah, MP4, 4 frames per second, so the same speed as. So that's the output. We've got our diffusion and our output, but we got to plug stuff into the front of the diffusion. So we're at a checkpoint, so we need a checkpoint loader simple. Add a checkpoint, just deliberate for now. Clip, that's our prompt, so we need a clip text encode. We need 2 of those actually. Text encode. This is our positive and negative prompts. You can make them green and positive. So the clip comes out of here into those 2, and the only other thing we need to run AnimateDiff is a empty latent space. which is basically where we determine our and the size of the animation. Just to do a test, we'll do one run on this. Pop the VAE into the decoder. This is basically the most two nodes yet. Let's bypass them. Okay, right click on the node. All right, let's just disconnect these for now. And we'll do a preview image. We'll say NSFW nude because here we are. And prompt. Let's do beautiful. She's sitting. All right, so that's just a regular SD15 run. So if we want to add AnimateDiff to this, all we have to do is add AnimateDiff to this. Model goes into AnimateDiff instead. Model comes out of AnimateDiff into the K sampler. At the very least, you're going to want context options. 16.14, those are the regular settings. Model comes out. This will just work if we just set it to a regular SD15. And boom, we just change our back size to at least 60. This, whoops, back in. So now we're going to make a 16 frame animation with AnimateDiff using this prompt and this model. That's the basics for doing the animations. And now we can plug in the control net, and the control net's what's going to take the stuff that we made in Blender and make it do it in the animation. So we'll get this looking okay, and then we'll add LCM to make it go even faster. So we can do fast iteration. Once we get a look we like, we can actually use IP adapters as well to enforce styles. So you can find a couple input images you like that like encapsulate the vibe you're going for. We can use that to drive the vibe of the thing before we even get to the prompt. So
all right, well, let me start digging.
Yeah, see if you can find a few images that sort of encapsulate what you're going for. We'll try that as the input and see what happens. There we go. A little windy, but I did ask for windy, so pretty cool. So AnimateDiff is pretty sick and pretty fast and pretty easy to use. But the cool part about it is, in my opinion, is ControlNet. So let's add that.
So I'll send you the cover photo I have rendered.
I think I'm missing one of the ControlNet loaders I need, but we'll see. Okay, so the whoa, computer just went wonky. That was weird. Firefox just lost it. All right. Okay. So like AnimateDiff, instead of going through the model, ControlNet goes through the clip. So you just feed your prompt into ControlNet and then into the K sample. Negative, positive. And then to chain more control nets, you just add them in the pile and just chain them through and then plug them in just like any. Oh, I don't have any control net models in there. Where did I save my control net stuff? AI, control net. Hello. For this, I will just use the QR code one. Yep. So let's pop that in there. Pop both of them in there. Goes in ComfyUI models control net. All right, I'm copying those files locally, but you can download them too. They're all over the place. So once those are done, I will load the QR code control net and we'll load a mask. I think we got enough images to start anyway. How's Blender doing? It's most of the way done. It's crazy that you can render a Blender animation and do AnimateDiff animations on a 3090 while streaming.
It's insane.
I'm not saying my computer's not hot. I'm just saying it's crazy you can do. Computer's a little hot.
Put the stake on that.
You know what else I'm thinking? What if we also render a pass that's not constant but is gradient and use that as a depth pass as well? So like instead of it being just black and white, it's got a gradient from black to white, then it'll look like a depth map. So in Blender, I would have 5400. Okay. Why have to write such long songs?
Sorry. I don't make music for TikTok.
I don't make music for people. I'm an artist.
Whatever that is. I just like making bleep boops, man. I don't know.
Bleep bloops and glow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. I think I've sent some good images. Hope I didn't send them too much.
Oh, I had to open my window. It's like 10 or 15 degrees warmer in my room in the office than it is in the rest of the house. It's crazy. We are cooking in here. I can make hot dogs on this thing.
Oh yeah. So I sent you a bunch of stuff. You can pick and choose whichever one. Yeah, you can pick and choose whichever ones you feel like would work.
That's so much stuff. All right, yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, I got an edge thing. All right, this is almost done, right? Feels like it's gotta be.
Yeah, it's at 5160.
Go, baby, go. So let's
I'm not seeing the comfy, by the way.
Me neither. All right, let's kill this and then save. Whoa! I think I hit Control S in OBS and I've taken over my entire stream with my crazy head.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was. Hello, everyone. I got very big. I got very big there for a second. Okay, I think that's back to normal. Wow. All right, let's not do that again. Let's Control S in Blender. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we're gonna. You're saved. So I want to make a new material, not a shader editor. Material 4. Yes, this. Instead of you, I want you.
Big circle.
I would need a lot more tweaking. I'm gonna mess with that later. Let's just try with the mask first. All right, so is Comfy just interesting? I'm just gonna kill Firefox. I think it might have lost its mind. Oh, okay. Let's close the other tabs. Okay, and we're back. All right. Control net should be in place now. Let's load up the QR code control net. We need the images, so we're gonna load VHS. Load video path. No. VHS load images. Yes, and then we're gonna find the images we just made, which are in my temp folder. Jeffufu run 1. Grab that and drop it in here. Badoop. We're only gonna load 16 frames to test it out. We are going to skip no frames, and we are going to plug the image into the control net. And the int, which is the number of frames, we're gonna plug that into the. We're going to change this batch size into input and plug the integer from here into the input empty latent image. What that'll do is it'll make it so that the batch size for every animation is the size of the video we've given. So the video we've given it is 16 frames long because I told it to only do the first 16. So let's spit this out and it's going to give us a preview. Yeah. And then that's going to work. That's going to work. And things are going to happen that are different than the things that happened before. So it should try to do this.
Okay, cool.
We'll see what that means. But again, we can mess with the numbers and stuff to, increase and decrease the strength of what it does. So if it's too much, we can. Okay, one thing we can do to make our iteration speed a lot faster is use the new LCM models. New LCM LoRa's, they converge in like 4 to 6 steps, whereas we're converging in 20 right now. They're much, much, much faster. So let's think about, where did I put the LCM nodes? Let's think about what I did. They're an AI LoRa's LCM. Whoa, I don't want feedback hub. AI, ComfyUI, Windows Portable, ComfyUI models, LoRa's. Nice. Deliberate is a stable diffusion 1.5 model. Oh man.
Oh, it looks like they lost me.
Yeah, my Firefox keeps Firefox keeps hanging. It's very annoying. Do you still see me? This is an SD15, so I need the SD15 LoRa. I'm gonna add a LoRa loader. We're gonna run it through. We're also gonna run the clip through it. The model goes out to AnimateDiff. The clip goes out to the positive and negative prompts. Oh man, Firefox is brutal tonight. I've never seen like this before. That is just okay. LoRa, refresh it. LCM SD15 LoRa. Deliberate. We also need a thing called the model sampling discrete. LCM model. So checkpoint LoRa model sampling discrete into AnimateDiff. Okay, so we have our LCM. We're using the LCM model. It's going AnimateDiff. It's doing its business. Here we change our model to LCM, and we change our steps to like 6, and change the CFG scale to like 2.5. With LCM, the CFG scale is like way squishy. Yeah, let's hit that. So this should go much faster. So it's very basic, very simple. We can back this up. The white is a little too white. Too white. Maybe that's the one. See, it's all about playing with these numbers until you get what you want. And that's made a lot easier when it takes, a quarter of the time to render it. So LCM is definitely worth messing with. Okay, we got a lot less of the input now. So trying to find that nice medium ground where it's just moving the stuff around.
Right.
Isometric type.
Oh, David.
Procedural textures and Blender type beats. Oh, this is cool. Okay, let's do a longer run to see how it jumps across these. So let's give it some more steps and more. Keras.
So I was thinking, as far as the aesthetic, I did send you a bunch of pictures, but I do really love like the anime styles. So I don't know if you have any lures ready for those.
Let me grab Rev Animated. It's on my AI drive. One sec. AI models. Rev Animated. Where are you, baby? Ooh, actually, we could try SDXL.
I love how fast it is now.
Yeah, I really like working with Comfy too because it's easy to make your changes, run it, make your change. Like, once it's running, it's running. You can change anything and then hit it again and it'll run that run. So like once you get kicking, like iteration is awesome. Just, like changing the things. Oh, Firefox, this is insane. Never seen a browser get this foggy. This is crazy. It's like totally frozen. I wonder if it worked better in Edge. Aww. I don't want to rebuild my whole world. So let's save this workflow. This downloads workflow.json 32. Gotta restart Comfy. I was missing the advanced control net loader you need for. So not you. Oh, also it would help to use the SDXL one. Cool, that's good. Your SDXL, everything has to match. If you're going to use SDXL, you have to use SDXL model with the SDXL LCM with the SDXL control net. I was using the SDXL model with the SDXL LCM and the Stable Diffusion 1.5 control net. So that's why it was crashing. Once I switched to the SDXL control net, everything's fine. So usually that tensor size mismatch error that you see, that's what that means, that your control net's the wrong version. It's funny because I immediately thought that, and then I thought to myself, no, there's no way I didn't remember to change that. But that's literally what I did.
I haven't been talking too much because I'm trying to absorb everything you're doing here. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, this is a lot for day one of Comfy.
Yeah.
But it's cool because everything's modular, right? It all starts with 1K sampler and just kind of like, it's like a synth patch. I mean, it really is just a synth patch.
Yeah, I'm pretty much following what you're doing. I'm just like reading. I've been reading everything in between.
I don't know if no, it's only 32 frames. I don't know if it's worth using SDXL for this. It's especially if it looks bad. We'll see what it looks like. I think it's gonna look bad. We shall see. Only 32 frames. Frame 1318. Frame 1318 is where it kicks off. So if we skip the first 1318 frames for our test, we can see what happens when it goes blah. Oh yeah, we gotta add the IP adapter. Models, clip vision. Useless garbage. Awesome. That was
No.
hell yeah. Let's leave SDXL. Not really, but to forever. Fresh. Let's grab. Oh, did I not put that in place? Windows, models, checkpoints. Drop it. All right, let's get IP adapter in this. Oh, that's frustrating. Back on the crash. Firefox. That's brutal. All right. All right. Rev animated, which is an SD15, so we want SD15. Oh, temporal diff. Oh, did I use the wrong? No. Let's do this. Then we'll add. There we go. See, we get some. Same problem as before. Forgot to change out the control net model.
How's your day been so far?
Not too bad. It's been
Yeah.
rebuilding my machine to get ready for this. Kind of stressful, but we got it up. We got it up and running.
That's always scary. You never know what could happen.
Yeah.
At least everything went.
Yeah, it went really well. Yeah, I had just
Yeah.
so much crap in there. I had no room for activity. Oh, that's cool.
Nice. Getting something now.
It's nice and fast for iteration. So let's just turn this down a little bit and let it dream, baby.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's dreaming, all right.
Maybe a little more. $55 seconds. Frames. It's cool, but we're losing a lot of the. I wonder if I take this. What the hell is going on?
Why is it doing that?
You saw that, right? I'm not losing my mind.
Yes, I saw it. Yeah.
Okay. The other. I'm gonna try line art. I'm gonna try pre-processing the video into line art as well to add the edges and see if that helps. But I need the control net line art. There it is. See AI models. No AI.
So eventually, we're not really gonna have any of the initial video popping up as much. It's just gonna be motion towards the video, correct?
Sort of. It's a hard one to say. Like if we do depth,
Right.
maybe QR code's getting pretty like black and whitey about it. So we'll see. It's yeah, we just have to keep playing until we find the right prompt and combo of stuff. What's then plus I think IP adapter is going to help too when we get there. But what the hell was I doing? Control net models, control net. So I need a line art. 0 to 1. We've gone full clip art. You never go full clip art. I think in depth might be. QR code's very all or nothing on this. I thought it would be more masky, but it's more like, I'm white. Not really what I was going for. X or the binary mask back to latent space. What? Can you explain like I'm 5 what that means, Jovi? Oh, that's kind of cool. Just see how it reacts to the which is tough because can you give me a mix that starts at that first big drop? Or
Yeah.
not a mix, but just like 16
A
bars
little
or
render.
something. Yeah. Because
Sure.
then
Did you want the pre-drop or just the drop?
no, literally at I'll tell you the time actually. Where the hell are you? Graph editor. Graph editor. Graph editor. There you are, right under. It's yeah, that one right there, which is tell me what time that is in the track. Oh yeah, video editor. 54 seconds in. 54,
Sure.
you know that bow bow bow.
Mhm.
Because then I can attach the audio file to the render on render, and we can see what it looks like every time with the audio, which is cool.
Nice. Okay. It should work here. Oh, I have the master really quiet.
And then
40.
okay, so let's try these. Just a bit, see what that looks like. Wow, wow, wow.
It's almost done rendering. It's at 80%.
Wow.
Okay, it exported a lot more than I thought it was going to, but it does start right at the drop.
Yeah, it's fine as long as it starts where
Okay, sent it to you. Oh, looks like both of our cameras got messed up.
I gotta grab some of these photos. So if I go to my outputs folder, I've attached the WAV file to this, so hopefully this won't be too loud when I hit the button, but
Probably will be.
crap, did I? But that's okay because we can go to our shader editor, make our new plane 1919. All right, cool. I found the first bit. Cool. And for this, we just make it. And then the output should be in 24 frames per second. Not long enough to tell anything, I guess. Let's do like 240 frames. How long will it take to do 240 steps? If 240 images, 5 steps, let's find out.
I'm assuming pretty quickly because I've been seeing you do images, like just one image at a time, like super fast. Oh, I'll mute myself up.
A minute and a half. I think these go in custom nodes, IP adapter, plus models. Yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
So,
Cody! We got Cody in the chat.
yo! Right, so now we can grab these. Load image.
What is that?
That's the default image. It's so good.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta go to my own Discord to answer my own question here. I'm gonna look at one of my old workflows here because I need one of my IP adapter workflows.
Very nice.
Need to know who makes this node, and of course it's small. So, who makes the prepare image for clip vision?
Oh, I bet it comes out creepy as hell.
Oh, there it is.
I should keep it like that, Cody. That's a great idea. Don't worry, guys. My camera has turned into Mr. Bean. I am
It
officially
happens.
Mr. Bean.
It happens. Wouldn't be one of my streams.
Oh, you didn't know?
Mr.
I am Mr.
Bean.
Bean.
Center.
Oh, this is the first edition. I put myself.
Go back to full strength and see why it sucks. 9? No, how about 0? Thank you. Less frames. 60. Oh, I need the mask to do. Did I wire that up right the first time? No way. Oh, give me a hot dog. I nailed it. Okay. So now we're using these 4 images. The AI is going to look at them, determine what it sees, and then it's going to use that as our prompt in connection with this to try to make something. We'll see what it actually does when it's done, but that's the idea.
I believe.
You shouldn't.
I believe it's gonna happen.
I had really good luck with like fireworks because they're very reactive to the things that I was throwing at them. So we may have to prompt towards something that'll react to the. So it definitely knows we want it to be purple.
As far as prompts goes, let me see what I have recently for prompts. Well, I'm thinking like cyberpunky nighttime scenery with cool flowers, sakura flowers, probably something like that.
Try using your Blender file as a driver for the attention mask of the IP adapter. Got some wild results doing so with 2 IP adapters from 2 images. Using Blender mask for first and the inverted mask for second. Inverted mask of what the Blender mask is doing? So you like send it the inverted mask to the other side? That's a really good idea. Screw ControlNet! Oh, a little less. Yeah, I think the attention is very smart. Very, very, very smart. Make a mask of the Blender file and use the mask for the first image, then invert the mask for the second. I'm finna feed the whole animation in. Can you do that? What is the attention mask? Can I do a batch to a mask?
I just seen your comment, Cody. It all goes black when we die. Don't believe in anything.
Before.
Instead of each individual PNG.
Image to mask. Image to latent mask? What color did you do the mask? Like red? Does it matter? Like that? Just invert the mask and feed into a second IP. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Both at one? It's mad. 2 images, 2 IP adapters. Like that? First IP normal mask, second IP inverted mask. I think that's right. Yeah, it's not working. Why? Oh. Hey. Let me kill the. It's already really cool. Okay. What did I do wrong? Kind of interpolating between the 2 prompts. It's cool. It's not happening with the mask though. What if I wonder if I depth this. It's probably just gonna be black and white. Yeah, I'll have to play with that more. It looks like a really cool. Man, depth me up. I have a feeling these are just gonna be black and white. Oh, interesting. Might make for some very interesting. Doobie loader. Mouse control that. All right, let's see what happens with the attention masking and depth. This might be the kind of motion we want, or it might just be glitch sauce. Hard to tell. One little guy's moving. Okay. Very cartoony. Let's back the depth off to 7. That looks hand animated. That's really cool. Add noise on IP. How much? 0.1? Is it one of those 0.02 type situations? I'm still here, but I'm going to stand up and stretch my legs. We've been streaming for damn near 3 hours now, so I suggest you do the same. But I'm not your mom, so if you don't want to stand up, don't. It's up to you. All right, I'll try one. Ooh, this is looking cooler.
I'll come back out. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back.
No worries. I'm just stretching.
How are we looking?
It's getting cooler and cooler. I just try to lower steps run. It looks like crap, but pulling it back up.
Wow, that one's actually coming out really sick now. Yeah, I really like that metallic look that the middle's getting now. If I sent you a video of my logo, like doing some 3D shit, do you think it would come out cool?
Yeah, but maybe more like we'd have to plan for that and like make depth map versions of it and stuff. But yes, you could do some cool. But
that's just a thought. We don't have to act on it. I was just curious.
0.08. Had like
420 strength.
Had some really good ones like come in that were like hand drawn looking.
Right, but it's not consistent.
Yeah, well now I can't find the settings I had.
Oh shit. Should we go back into the VOD?
No.
No? Okay.
No, because it's there we go. That's literally what I was see how it's like.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder if you just ran like let's run a long one with these settings and see what happens. Because I actually like the way that's kind of dialed. So let's change the length of the animation. It's gonna take longer because of the depth map change. Ooh, actually, I wonder if we use the other depth maps are faster. Yep. A little flickerier, but that might work. This should go faster.
God, this fucking workflow is getting intense.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Everything's cool.
Oh, I don't know. Just
one of us knows what we're doing. Everything's cool. It's not me. I'm hoping you know what you're doing.
Oh, I have no fucking clue.
Okay, this is good. Everything's funky, bunky, munkunky here, and then we need. I want to lengthen it out a bit more. Let's go. Let's do like 96. Holds over the core serve. It just turns into goo.
Hold the line.
Trying to defeat this makes me wistful for just running up against an Elden Ring boss. It's easier in some ways.
Realistically,
it's easier in some ways to play Elden Ring. Okay, what did I do? Well, no, I don't know what I did actually because that was working. Why for are you mad? ST15 death. Well, what are you mad about?
Is it because you don't have
for the sliding context
framed?
windows? Nah. Load control net. You need the control net loader advanced. This is the one that can handle animations longer than 16 seconds. Or 16 blah, blah, blah,
Gotcha.
QR code depth. This will work.
Yeah, that's looking
I didn't know if it
fucking
was gonna work. Let's see how much. But I'm also streaming.
You could always close your stream on Discord too if it's taking too match up.
Oh no, it's not that. It's like I always like to tell people because like these workflows, when you start adding control nets and IP adapters, the VRAM usage goes up and up and up. So now we're over 12 probably. So this might be a workflow that's not possible with 12 gig cards. Yeah, it's just it sucks.
Yeah.
My least favorite bosses are from Elden Ring. What's your least favorite boss, Cody? It's so funny when you like get over leveled in that game, and then you like go back to some cave to pick up some item you forgot, and this boss comes in the room and he's like, "Fear me" or whatever, and you just like one shot him, and it's like, oh. It happened with the stone troll. I was just exploring and I was at like level 80, and I went into one of the little caves, and I found this giant like rock troll, and I was like, oh no, and I hit it like twice, and it just
I think my least favorite boss is Malekith.
yeah, that guy
took me a
sucks.
long time to figure out.
That's the like beast guy, right?
Yeah, and he is the second phase.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's really tough.
The blood fountain.
Dude, he has this one move that. Oh wow, that looks trippy. He has this one move.
Really weird and not what I asked for. Oh, because of the I'm using the other depth maps. Well, that's actually interesting though. I wonder if that's what's embracing.
Looks wild.
Because I wonder what that. Let me see if I can pull that up in time. Oh, it's 96 frames. No, not auto refresh. I don't want it to loop. I do want it to play. God damn you, Blender. I think the depth maps are too. Yeah. Screw you, Midas. It's gonna take forever to generate Zoe depth maps for like a long run. Wonder. Oh, I have to go in and edit it, but I think I can just do it. The Blender shaders. I should have just built it that way in the. See how it looks with our old friend Zoe. So there's like 4 different ways of calculating depth maps. There's Midas, there's something else. But Zoe seems to make the nicest ones.
Just takes a while.
It takes a little longer than the other ones, but they're cleaner. Ah! I didn't forget to plug that in. Obviously, Comfy forgot to plug that in, not me. I could never make a minute.
It's interesting how there's people coming into frame. I think it's because of the picture that I sent you, right?
So it's using the first 2 images. Yeah,
there's definitely people in there.
I could wire it up to use this one and the car 1 and 4.
I do like the cityscape aesthetic.
Well, maybe the cityscape and
yeah.
I don't think it's getting the car.
No, it's definitely not. I think it's just getting like the atmosphere, but the atmosphere in that second picture has the same.
All right, so that'll be this one and this one, which is good because they have pretty complementary palettes. Bottom one's a little more saturated, but that's okay. It doesn't really it looks at the image and then writes a prompt, so it's not like the colors directly translate.
Yeah, Cody. I haven't played Bloodborne or any of the prior Souls games, so I don't have any basis to make an opinion. But I don't know. I've had fun with Elden Ring. It's like really challenging, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I think that Malenia is something that I would want to tackle next, and I've never attempted her because I was too scared. But we have seamless co-op now, so I think we could do it.
You're making my problem?
Yep, it's your problem now. Also, she's weak to Scarlet Rot.
I'm weak to Scarlet Rot.
We're all weak to Scarlet Rot. I'm gonna go take a bath in some Scarlet Rot water.
I'm gonna go take a bath. See you guys later. I'm gonna go take a bath, but don't worry, I'm gonna bring my camera. Yeah.
Cody, do you have seamless co-op?
Actually, it might be fun. It might be fun after we finish this run to do a seamless co-op run like on Twitch together. Like just
Ooh, from
like
scratch.
yeah, just like assign a couple
Oh, shit.
hours every couple days to it and just like go live on a schedule and just
Fire.
get it. Yeah, just get it.
Fire. And then eventually, once we get good enough at the game, we can do a no death run.
Yeah, right. You can.
And then once we get really good at the no death runs, we should do no hit runs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love watching Gino Machino do
13 hours in. Oh, I got hit. I'll start over.
Yeah, literally. Well, I've seen Gino clear.
Okay.
Like, no
yes.
hit runs
yes.
in like 4 hours.
Look.
Ooh.
Yes. I think we're getting there. I think this is. I like how that tree just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. I liked how the background was more pronounced in the prior version, but this is definitely progress.
Yeah.
So right now, does the prompt matter that much since we're using initial?
That's a good question. Let's try adding. I'm gonna try just adding like the tree bit, literally just the tree bit.
Okay,
See
could you
if it
put
even affects it
Cyberpunk
at
as
all.
well?
Oh yeah, cyberpunk Sakura tree.
Yeah.
Like all the trees in Mankind Divided, yeah, Deus Ex. You know how the trees are like they're just like nano cables with lights on them.
That sounds fucking badass. Maybe we could do some of that.
What's that? Deus Ex. I always thought the trees looked so sick in Bing.com? No, how about we go to Google.com? Jeez.
Deus Ex Machina.
Deus Ex, not the skill tree.
And it's gonna get. Oh, there's one.
It.
Well, no, that doesn't. That's a normal tree.
Deus Ex. That's cool. I'll never find it.
All right. Well, we gotta play the game and get a snapshot of it.
It's a good game.
I've never played, but it looks really aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, I think you'd like it. It's you can play it however you want. Like it's adventure game, but you can play stealth, you can play loud, you can there's a ghost run you can do where if you never get seen, you get the ghost run. So you have to like do the whole game in stealth mode.
That sounds tricky.
Dark Souls 2 is hard as hell. I was having a hard time.
Yeah, never played DS2, but I would like to play. I want to like play all the old Souls games for sure. Maybe not one, because just the graphics just look fucking PP. But
I would try the Demon Souls remake on PS5.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. It's only on PS5. You can't get it on Steam.
That's right. I don't think they did it for Windows yet. They might.
Oh.
Yeah, this is cool.
There's a building that just flashes in for a frame.
Okay, let's try. So, how long theoretically can these runs go for? Or more specifically, how friggin' long is it going to take to generate 5,000 deaths?
I was gonna say we could just do them in like chunks and then piece it all together.
So let's do. What's your favorite? What part of the song do you want to do for the Instagram? Like 45-second, 1 minute draw. Let's do 1 minute.
Probably like.
Like, do you want to render me out a sec or tell me it's yeah? Let's try to figure it.
From 51 seconds on that sub drop.
1 second. So let's go to video sequencer.
Or maybe more. Hold on, let me think about this. Oh, actually, 41 seconds. From 41 seconds would be really badass. And then cut it at
991. And go where?
To a minute and 24, somewhere around there.
We should have started with the 1 minute of footage and stuff. try to find that perfect loop spot.
Yeah, right after that triple bass hit, maybe.
Early. That was right the first time. That's awesome. All right, 1977. All right, cool. So let me render. How do you run? Wow.
So do you think it'll let us render the entire time through this snippet?
I think I could do a minute. We'll see. I don't know how many frames that is. See how many. Honestly, the bottleneck's probably going to be generating the depth maps,
I see.
which is hilarious. It takes longer to generate the depth maps than to just do the diffusion.
Well, is there not a fix for that yet, or not?
Yeah, I just got to go in, edit the shaders so that they look like depth maps instead of black and white.
Oh,
I just got to make them
see.
like gradients. But because there's transparency involved, it's like a bit of a hustle.
Yeah. So it'd be easier to do the gradients inside of here, or would it be easier to
there's something else
render
happening.
out the gradient map?
There's something else happening in Comfy that's really exciting. Whereas when the Zoe maps are generated, you see how they're flickery.
Yeah.
That's actually causing a lot of really neat stuff to happen. So I
see.
actually kind of want to keep that, because I think it adds a bit of like exciting glitchiness to it. Yeah, we'll see. I'll render out this section as depth maps as well. As soon as it won't take long. It's almost done. Swap the shaders.
Abort mission.
Surrender this. Okay, start.
Is it the frame range on the right hand side?
Oh yeah, look at that. It's supposed to follow this, but there's also all this orange shit I've never seen before. I must have set some setting I didn't need. 19. But they're also PNGs. They're also PNGs. So 1977 minus 19 is 658 frames. So.
Oh wait, aren't we?
I have an extra 100 frames. 648, 748, 96.
Wait, frame start time is incorrect. The frame start time is incorrect. It's supposed to be 991 instead of 1319.
That's good because it would have been half as long as starting in the wrong place.
Yeah, at least we found that.
91, 96. That's like about 1,000 frames. I think it'll work. I think the VAE decoder step is going to take 5 ever, but I think it'll work.
Cross my fingers.
I got to find out why my camera keeps shutting off. I must have like wired up a hotkey by accident. Very annoying.
I don't know.
It's happening in OBS because the light's on the camera. It's just fade out of existence. Yeah. And then when this is done, I'll just maybe I'll start it running with this mode, and then I'll work on the gradient shader while it's because I think I might not have to use transparency. I'll have a think.
All right, so
that's done. Let's let's just run the whole shebang and see how hard my computer. My stream goes down. All that's why. All right.
We need everybody's power.
Yeah.
Give them power.
Everyone has to pray for us. Pray for Mojo.
We're a big ass soul bomb.
Where the hell is everything? I have to load the video into here. We're not gonna add a frame load, a frame cap, so it's just gonna load every frame. Okay. Generate a depth map for every frame. You know what else I'm gonna do is I'm going to image save. I'm gonna save these depth maps as JPEGs, so we only ever have to do this one time, because then we can just load these depth maps later instead of having to.
Fuck yes.
Jazz. We want JPEGs. So. I'm still loading the edit.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that memory's creeping.
Well, so that pink bar is actually just how hard the memory is being hit. It's not actually how much memory is using. You see that the yellow number above that?
Yeah, 11.
Yeah. That's where it
gigs.
actually shows how much you're using. Yeah.
So technically, I could be doing this on my 3060 if it's under 12, right?
Yeah, and
I
all
just
that
couldn't be doing anything else.
well, all that happens if you go over is that it takes longer. It'll just because it has to water wheel into your system memory. So like it'll
Right.
still work. It's just gonna take way longer. So when your
So
generations
I'd
start
need to have
taking
disk
forever,
with
that's why
12.
you're bleeding VRAM. You use this app, you can tell when you've crested over your VRAM limit, like over 11.5 or whatever, you know that you're just like when it says it's using 17 gigs of GPU RAM, it means because it's using 2 gigs of your system memory and just very slowly sending that data back and forth. And there's a major bottleneck there. That's why, yeah. So this stuff does work on, slower, not slower, the smaller cards, but the performance hit is massive when it has to shift into.
Dude, that looks sick when it's zoomed out.
I know, it looks like an album cover.
Wait, zoom it out again?
I can't. Oh, this is starting to wig out.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Yeah, that looks sick.
I know. Like a G
Pixel
Jones
art
album
transformed.
cover.
Literally.
Oh, for this. Okay, when this is done, I'm gonna stop it after it's saved the depth maps because I also want to save the frames for the long run when we do it, so that when I go to like interpolate it and stuff later, it'll look really good. I just don't want to save this one crappy video previews basically files. So we're gonna stop this after it's generated the depth maps. But once it's generated the depth maps, then we can do like a bunch of runs because we have the depth maps. So we just start them at the same place as the video. This is a good way to use OpenPose as well. Like you got a video with a person in it, you can use OpenPose to extract their skeleton, but it takes forever to do it. So instead of just piping it right into ControlNet, like save it with like an image save node into like a folder like of PNGs. Then you can just load that like any other video as your ControlNet source, and you can just use it anytime you want. You have like all these saved like puppet animations of people, so you can like do stuff.
That's cool. How is the facial mapping?
It's not great.
Not yet.
It's okay. Like it knows where the head is, but like.
But it can't like
talking
decipher
lip sync
mouth.
is no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, dude, I really want that tech to come out because once that does,
Inner Reflections is really working hard on that. Twitter, Inner Reflections. You just posted this awesome. Yeah, this.
Whoa.
Leviosa. It's Leviosa.
Whoa. Because I have.
You can't hear it, so let me send you the link.
Yeah.
Not Leviosa. It's Leviosa.
There's a song that I have.
Leviosa. It's.
There's a song that I have that I would love to have lip sync AI reconfiguring. I think that would be so incredible.
It's depth mapping. Am I liquid cooling? No, I'm just air cooling. I'm air frying my GPU.
Death grips.
Yeah, there it is.
I haven't heard Death Grips in a long time.
Death Grips is responsible for just a little bit of my hearing loss. I saw them in this theater. It was too loud. It was too loud. I didn't have my earplugs. I was so mad.
Blown speakers or not?
It was just so loud, dude.
Yeah.
About 3/4 of the way through the show, Zach Hill dumped about 2 or 3 2-liter bottles of water all over the drums, all over the mics, and the mics just went, and they were just dead, right? And the sound guy just man. You just watch the sound guy like all sad, just walk up on stage and replace them. It's just like, every night with this shit, he's probably just like cooking.
So sick of it. Damn, that's actually pretty gnarly though.
Yeah, it was
destroy all the equipment.
It was a crazy show.
I've heard of people going to like their shows and the speakers, they blow the speakers and their music just sounds absolutely fucking insane through blown speakers.
Yeah, it's kind of it was too loud. Like it was just maybe that was the effect, but it was It was too loud for the room, so like it was insane. Like I'll always remember it because it was so fucking loud. It was the loudest show I've ever been to. And I've seen Dillinger Escape Plan. They weren't that loud. They were just awesome.
I would like to see Death Grips. Are they still touring or not?
I don't know.
I haven't heard anything from them in a while.
They break up a lot. The best part about doing depth maps is there's no indicator to tell you how. But it took, I'm guessing it took about 30 seconds to do 96 of them, and we're doing 900. So it should take like, I don't know, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Not that bad.
That's nothing. Oh
It's
my
not
god.
great, but it's not that bad.
That's nothing.
But it'll take less time to probably do the friggin' animation. That's the hilarious part.
Yeah. Well, at least we won't have to worry about the depth mapping after we get it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be really nice. Yeah, because
Oh,
I remember.
there we go. It's saving now.
Oh, let's go.
So now it should save it to Jeffufu run one short depth.
Woo! There it is.
Ooh, I should have made that a folder. It came through. Once this is done saving all these files, I'll stop it.
Rapid fire, baby.
PNGs take like longer to save, so it's like that for every frame. So like you get the quality, but it takes forever. JPEGs are like. All right, I'm gonna cancel this. I'm gonna swap out the.
Yeah, I remember listening to Death Grips in like 2015. That's the first time I heard them. I was like, "This is wild."
Yeah.
And then when I started experimenting with things, I listened to them again, and I was like, "Holy shit, these guys are edgy as hell." I've never had a stickier trip in my entire life. Oh, geez, scare the host like beats. Nice. Bootyful.
This workflow's fine. What are you talking about? There's nothing weird about it. It's not hard. It's not overly complicated.
It's beautiful. This in itself is a piece of art.
See, it's this easy to make audio reactive videos. 3.5 hours later, we have like barely controllable goo. Like, yeah.
It's okay. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, like I think this is gonna be cool when it's done. I really like.
Oh
this
yeah,
vibe.
me too. I think it's gonna be really badass. Let's for the prompt, maybe we should go back to like the anime and the cartoon comic style stuff that you were rendering before. Do you have your previous prompt or not?
No, I don't think so.
Hmm.
Should probably save that.
Yeah. Let's just combine our GPUs together.
We might have to. Yeah,
Is that a thing?
I'm using 24 gigs of VRAM here. Don't know why.
Oh my.
Just to pull the clip in. That's wild.
Is there a way that we could combine our GPUs
No.
to... Oh, okay. I had a feeling that wasn't going to work, but it's worth asking.
Okay, so I might have to do this in batches with the same seed. I've never done 900 frames.
It's good to know it doesn't work.
But it's okay.
Maybe we should split it in half.
Yeah, you just fix the seed, right? And then you just leave on this seed once it crashes. Might have to kill Comfy real quick.
Not having a fun time, I see.
Die, bro.
Die.
Yeah, see, I was using 23.6
Yep,
gigabytes.
yeah. That shit was redlining.
Yes. Too much. Really cool thing about Comfy is if you leave the window, the browser window alone, you can just restart it, and when it comes back up, this workflow is valid again, which is awesome. Because even when it crashes, it's like, oh, whatever, I'll just restart the back end. Like it's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I know in SD, it would never, or like, I guess this is SD still, but like in the prior
Yeah,
versions,
auto 1111. Yeah. Okay, so image load cap. So we're just gonna do 480 frames.
Okay.
So
How many frames are there in total right now?
Like 960 some odd. So we'll do 480, and then for the next run, I'll do no cap, and I'll tell it to start on the 481st frame.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Great.
Everything will be just hunky dory. I think you should be able to do 480. I think I've done it. We'll see.
Fingers crossed.
I haven't done it with 2 IP adapters before. That's new.
Yep. We can always downscale if need be.
You downscale.
Okay. Don't tell me that when your computer's crying for help. It's like, help me! Help! 3.5 hours in. We're only losing our minds a little bit. Progress. 16 gigs, 20 gigs, 23.
Put the stuff on the screen so everybody can see all the pertinent informations. Oh, we've hit the 23 gig Olympics. So I wonder what's causing it to go over. Size, I guess. See how long it actually takes, though. Once it's done that first step, it'll give us an idea of how long it'll take to do. Oh, my stream is totally wonked.
Oh yeah, it's circle of deathing on me.
Video. I'm gonna turn off my camera.
Oh, looks like we're back. Oh no, it's doing the thing again.
I'm going to kill this.
So if you weren't streaming, you'd be able to do this, no?
No. There's just something about my workflow. Probably the double IP adapters is pushing it over the edge because my batch size is so huge, right? Because you're not really supposed to be doing this many frames at once. So I'm just gonna try to break it up into 240 frame chunks because we keep reducing the batch size until we stop running out of VRAM. Because you want to find that sweet spot where you're using as much VRAM as you can. Oh, let's go 240.
Looks like we're frozen on YouTube. Oh, it's good.
Okay, I'm also close this.
I could disable my video on Discord as well.
Oh, that might be it a little bit, but let's just leave it for now.
I just disabled it. It's no worries.
Let me try turning that off too. We got our Windows Portable. So yeah, we got 240. That's fine. So, what do you say, MVI Top? Are we gonna stay RAM friendly or not?
Friends?
I'm so sorry to the chat. They can't look at our pretty faces until we get some VRAM back in the stack.
Friends? How we looking?
I think.
Oh.
Looking good.
Uh-oh.
Looking good.
Nice.
Looks like we have to do 240 frame chunks, but with fixed seeds, it should be okay. I mean, even if it flashes one frame, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be cool. Cool. So, how long does one step of 240? Oh my god, 4 minutes to do 240 frames. That's obscene. That's so fast.
Wow.
Can you imagine how long it takes to do that into Forum? I mean, I know it's not the same thing, but
dude, it would have taken like 30 to 45 minutes probably. Brutal. Maybe an hour and a half depending on how many steps.
Brutal.
Speaking of which, what are our steps at?
10, but with LCM, that's high.
Gotcha. Oh,
do you go higher than this, it starts to get overbaked. It's sort of like
a
middle ground thing.
All right, well, we're looking good.
All right, I'll be right back.
How we doing, chat? How we doing?
Yeah, this is LOL fast.
Yeah, I can't believe it. That's ridiculous.
So yeah, I think when I'm doing these high RAM things, I also need to stream at 30 frames per second, not 60. I didn't realize that was the default settings. These streams don't need to be 60 frames per second. That'll save a bit of... But yeah, basically, I think after we render this bit, we'll probably shut the stream down for the night, and then I'll just keep rendering out chunks and check back in on the Discord and on Twitter and stuff tomorrow, and we'll start posting some WIPs before we release it. And yeah, we'll just keep working on this for the next couple of days and keep everybody posted and talk about it on Instagram and all the fun stuff. So yeah, if you follow Jeff, follow me on all the things. I'm Purz.xyz. And Jeff, what's your linked tree?
Let me send that to you. It's hold on 1 second.
Just so people can get you whatever socials they use.
Yeah. My link tree brings all the boys to the yard.
Does it?
Linktree /Jeffufu. I'll put it in the chat here.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Follow us and thanks for hanging out. Jeff's track is wild, and I can't wait to see what we end up doing with it, visuals wise. Because even if we do a bunch of runs like this and then start cutting them together on the beat, changing it, because you can always do a bunch of stuff in post as well with this footage. So, we'll see what happens. for generating a bunch of base footage, I think this is really cool. It's generating really clean, awesome looking footage. I'm really looking
Phenomenal.
forward to this. There we go. We're hitting the VAE decoder. Watch my RAM. Woohoo!
Wow.
Cool. So 240
fun
frames
time.
keeps it under. But yeah, unfortunately, you probably pretty much need a 3090 to do the long with this stuff.
Yeah. Ooh.
This is pretty cool.
Ooh.
Oh man, what a tease!
Wow.
I think this is gonna be really sick when it's done.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
then
gnarly.
to just render the next chunk. All I have to do is go change this to leave this at 240 and set this to 240, and then every time you run it, add 240
I see.
until you're done. And
I'm
the
done.
cool thing is because it starts on frame 0, I think 240. You don't even have to add a 1. I think it just works. Well, we'll find out. If we have a stuffy frame, we can always just blade it out in Resolve.
Right.
Yeah, it's all good. So yeah, I'll do another run of this and another run of this, and we'll get it done. And yeah, we'll post a WIP on our socials, and you can check it out probably tomorrow by the time we get that all sorted. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. This was a long one, but I think we're gonna get really cool results from this. I think. It's a cool workflow, and it's pretty fast iteration to find the vibe you're looking for once we get it set up. So I think once I clean this workflow up a bit, I will drop it on Discord and on my GitHub, so you can just grab it and play with it. But I don't have it set up yet because it's a friggin' mess, as you can see. And if you want to set it up yourself, it's it's pretty cool. It's pretty easy. All right. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks Jeff. That was really awesome.
Thanks, Eric.
Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you soon. I'll be back on next week on Friday with my friend Tenzia, who's a fantastic, deep underground house type vibes producer, and we're gonna make some audio reactive stuff as well. But his stuff is a little creepier, so it will be a creepy stream. Bring your creepy hats and get ready to make some creepy stuff because he likes creepy stuff, and I like making creepy stuff when he's around. So yeah, we'll do that with pancakes, and then the week after that, Friday after that, we'll be hanging out with Matisse, who's a Twitch streamer who's integrated touch designer with every aspect